Hi everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about Wingspan's expansion, Oceania Expansion. This is designed by Elizabeth Hartgrave and it is published by Stonemaier Games.
Are you guys, what do you think this game is all about?
Goats.
Wrong. Birds. And guess what? This gives you all the more birds. More birds, more birds, more birds, as you would expect. Alright, here's the thing. Normally I would kind of teach you guys how to play this game. We've already done that when we do our actual, overview of Wingspan itself. So I'll go ahead and put that in the comments below, down in the links, so that you can find that if you need to learn how to play. I'll give you an overview of what this adds to the game, so that way you kind of have an idea of what we're talking about. Alright, so first of all, like I mentioned, more birds. There's a ton of more bird cards. Before we were talking about specifically birds from like the North America area. These are more about Asia and South Pacific Islands and Australia, those kinds of areas. All the birds come from those areas. They're a lot more exotic to us here in the North America area, and so it's a lot of fun to see all those. They all have special abilities that are unique and a lot of fun too. Alright, so the next thing it has is new boards. The new boards kind of have a step up of basically a half step up, ramp up from what previously was on the old boards. So everything you can do, you get a little bit more variety, a little bit more ability to get things faster. Also, you can now spend resources to re-roll the dice, which is another way you can kind of basically get to things faster that you need to actually see. And also, another reason why the new boards are necessary is because they involve something called Nectar. Nectar is a brand new resource in this game, in this expansion. Nectar kind of acts like a wild resource. You can spend it as anything. However, first of all, they expire at the end of every round, and then also, you kind of can save them back in order to get points. As you spend them, you're going to get points whoever spends the most on these various actions using these Nectar tokens. That's the gist of it. There is some new bonus tiles as well, and new dice that include that Nectar as well. So everything's kind of all about that Nectar, and that's really the driving force of this new expansion. Yeah,
I really like the new Nectar resources a lot. I just think it's really fun to have these wild resources, but that, like Ryan said, they go bad. So if you don't use them, it's like gone. But you will use them because you're gonna get bonus points at the end of the game for each of the sections for the the wetlands. Whoever uses the most in that section, whoever uses the most in this, and whoever uses the most in that. So it's just like really fun, this extra thing to go for, but you're already going for food. So it's not like you have to add even more to what you're doing because it's something that you're already going for. You're already trying to get food, so you can already like play stuff, but you get like this extra ability when you do that. You can get like more points when you do that. So I really like the additional Nectar.
The ramp up was a big part of what I enjoyed about the original Wingspan, right? You kind of had minimal resources, and as you placed more and more birds in these various areas, all of your actions got stronger, but at the beginning it was a little bit slow going, and that was fine. However, this kind of ramps everything up just a little bit. It just injects just a little bit of octane boost into the game, right? Instead of getting one resource of everything, in your first turn, you can pay to get a second resource right out of the gate. So that's really, you can get those eggs faster, you can get those extra cards faster, you can get the food faster. Whatever you need to do to get your engine running faster, you can do that by paying extra resources right here in the beginning of the game. And I think you normally capped out at like 3 resources, maybe, or 4 resources that you could get. This one, you can get 4 of pretty much everything when you finish off your board. So it's really, really nice to get everything going that fast. Yeah, the ramp up was even faster. The engine building was still there, but just in a even stronger way.
I really like the new gold tiles, and there's like a really specific gold tile that really makes me laugh, and it has to do with the direction that the bird's head is facing. Like, so you get like points if you have the most with the bird facing a certain way, and it's just absolutely hilarious, right? Because you're playing it, and everybody's going for the same goal. So there's all these birds, and they're all facing right, and you need birds that face left, and so like you just don't care about them. You guys are like discarding birds right and left, trying to get as many left-facing birds or right-facing birds that you can get. And so I just really like the gold tiles. How you don't think that you can really add another thing to go for, but you totally can, and she did.
This expansion just adds so much by doing just that one extra add-on of the nectar, right? It changes the game. You know, it doesn't change the game in a way that doesn't feel like Wingspan.
Yeah.
But it changes the how fast you can get to things. It changes what kinds of things you have to look at and how fast you can get to them. So it makes the game that much more enjoyable for me personally. I know that maybe that if you're like classic Wingspan, kind of that slower pacing, maybe this isn't for you, but at the same time, you can still take it slow. You don't have to pay the extra resources. You can just take one thing, you know, as they happen and hold back some of those resources. You can't hold back nectar, though, because that will expire. So overall, if you want more variety, if you're looking for more birds, if you're looking for more things to do in Wingspan, this has got you covered. The birds by themselves are a reason to get this game. You know.
Yeah, I feel like if you like Wingspan and you play Wingspan a lot, there's literally... Like, I don't see a reason not to get this, because it just adds more to something that you already love. I feel like that this makes sense to add this expansion to a game, especially if you're playing it a lot. Like, it just makes sense to me to add that. You're never going to see all these cards. There's so many cards. But it's great. There's just so much more variety, and it adds, like Ryan says, it adds more to the game without, like, it doesn't bog it down. It doesn't add so much to where it's overwhelming or change the gameplay at all. It is definitely still Wingspan, and I feel like this is a great addition.
Yeah, if you were worried about... Sorry, I cut you off. If you were worried about, like, is this going to make it too difficult for some of my non-gamer friends or family who do enjoy Wingspan? No, this is still the same rules, basically. That it doesn't add to the complexity of Wingspan. It just adds to the variety of Wingspan.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.